Fin and Min only work as long as you take them. It's inevitable, lol. Also, do you really want to be rubbing cream on your head every day from 20 plus? Just accept the bald bro. Don't be a looks maxer fig. So I'm curious to see your head, because my guess is your hair is probably fine. I think that, like, I have to try to empathize, and just because I don't give a fuck, I'll just shave my head, whatever. But like, I think Dr. K actually put it really well. The issue with balding, there's a few issues. So one is, okay, I'm not trying to come down on anybody, all right? I'm repeating what Dr. K said. So one is that, like, you're just becoming a worse version of yourself. There is no upshot to balding. It's just it's just a worse version of yourself. One. And two, there are no, like, societal protections for balding. Like, if you're balding, people will make fun of you for it. It's like an acceptable way to joke from men and women. Everybody shits on you for it. Everybody can see it unless you wear like a cap or a beanie all the time. So it's just like,
well, even then you might get made fun of.
Maybe, yeah, because people think you're hiding it, yeah. So yeah, it's just
like
it's a rough time, yeah. Rough. Okay, true. Somebody said that's not true. You become more aerodynamic. That might be true. Okay. Baldy here. I cared a lot at first. It made me super self-conscious. Now I just shave it, and I literally don't care or think about it at all anymore. It's not worth the bullshit of thinking about it constantly. That's true. I mean, if you're balding and you shave it, it's better than not, of course, and fighting with it. Although I will say, some people are very lucky, and other people are less fortunate.
Head shape?
Yeah. There are some people on that bald subreddit who, like, they shave their heads and they're like fucking, they become like the Giga Chad. It's actually crazy how horrible they looked before versus once they shave. It's like almost unfair. And then other people are like, well, hey, at least you're not wrestling with the balding anymore, my dude.
Well, there's some people who go on there and shave it and they look worse, but that's very, very rare.
Maybe, yeah. I feel like the beard stuff too also, I don't know why this is like a trend sometimes, but you should always trim your beard. Like, I think that helps a lot too, because some of these guys will, I just open this subreddit. It's like, this guy was like balding, and then this looks like a trillion times better. Yeah, but he cleans up his beard a lot too.
Yeah.
This is a cute subreddit.
Why can they all grow beards?
You wouldn't get it. It's a man thing. Aww.
Yeah, he looks way better.
I don't know if he needed to.
He could have probably been on like the minoxidil routine or whatever.
Maybe, yeah. I feel like I don't know if it's become more, or I'm sorry, less socially acceptable. I feel like at least in watching old movies or old TV, I feel like some balding patterns look fine.
Fine.
Did Kevin?
That's an older TV thing.
Or wait, Kevin Spacey? Did he have a male pattern baldness thing going on? Yeah, he did, and I don't think that ever looked bad. But it might just be like a matter of like, do you look good? And then if you look good, anything looks good. Like how deep is this? Like a where is the Norwood 3 or 4 or whatever? I don't know how deep that is, but this is like a pretty deep one. But I don't think he looks bad at all necessarily. Your hair care professional here. I have performed thousands of successful hair transplants with natural dense results. Your hair goals are easily achievable with our advanced follicle placement techniques. To begin your custom recovery preparation, please place 3 balls in your mouth.
I'm not kidding. Hassan, he gave me like a whole formula but I don't know why he thought I was balding. I'm not. But it was a long time ago. I think people were joking about it on stream about me being bald, and it was nice of him, but he sent me like fucking like 6 things to do to not bald.
How long ago?
This would have been when you guys were still chilling and he was like a 200-viewer streamer.
Like 6 years? Oh, damn. So he's been on that Fin Min pattern for a long time. Destiny, just gets boring as a woman that all men turn bald. Okay, well, it's pretty boring on the male side that all women are... you know what I'm saying. Just kidding. Stop.
This would have been in 2019.
We're not misogynistic here. I did not consult the council because I already knew what needed to be done. Oh, I think this was the one I was thinking of when I thought about the Giga Chad thing 7 days ago. I think it was this guy. Are you ready?
Oh, I saw it, but I think that he looks bad.
Actually, wait. If he's gay, he looks really good. If he's straight,
gay, he looks awesome.
If he's straight, this is rough.
He's cooked.
This guy is getting hit on by every gay dude on the planet. Oh, okay. You just went from no girlfriend to 10 boyfriends.
This is also pretty funny. Look at this log.
I'm the balding prophet, dude. I can tell you all about it.
No, the other part.
Oh. Well, also, can you unban Doobie? The politics Discord guy. That's kind of crazy.
20
What the fuck?
I don't know. That
Hmm.
was 2019. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
Male pattern baldness, or do you think that's like an alopecia thing? That seemed pretty concentrated. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think it is just a... Oh, okay. That's some drug shit plus male pattern baldness. Why would drug shit? Do you think that headphones can change the shape of your head? There's no way, right?
I actually do. Yeah,
Yesterday,
because
I
have a
started
head
feeling
dent.
my skull. There's a thing here.
You got a dent?
Well,
yeah.
but then I also read that like babies, when their skulls fuse, it fuses around here, you know?
I don't know, man.
But I have, like-
because we got the gamer dent.
It's here. It's like pretty intense. Like I could build something on this.
Like if you put some water there, it's got a bath. It's got a river.
Okay. It's only the skin. It will get dented, but it won't do shit to your skull. Wait, is that true?
That makes sense.
Hold on. Is it just the skin? Well, maybe it is.
Probably takes time, you fucking moron.
Shut the fuck up. What do you know about time, you little zoomer? Since I was starting to lose quite some hair, I tried going bald, but I had to stop during the process. First of all, you're fine for a little bit. I wonder how old this guy is. You don't have to shave. You're totally fine here. But,
Show me.
dude, imagine how much extra processing power. This is like a prime candidate for Neuralink right
What
here,
the
dude.
fuck does he have?
What?
This is stupid. Oh, he had to stop. I see what he said. Like he's not keeping that. Right?
He had a medical issue. I know that I'm far from losing all my hair. People that spell losing with 2 O's are subhuman also.
Loosing.
But looking at all the men in my family and seeing how they are almost all bald and that it looked good on them, I thought I would try to shave it all off and see how it would look. But while doing so, I had the surprise when I shaved my head. It never really bothered me before since the hair was there. Felt like there's some kind of bump that I didn't expect that it would look like this. Now I'm stuck with this for several months. Sorry.
This guy should
You
go
don't
to the
notice how
fucking
like
doctor,
you're
man.
combing your hair or something? There's like a massively huge, crazy fuck camel hump there.
I don't think that's normal, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely not. This has got to be like a cyst or some crazy... I don't know.
Oh, he got surgery.
How do you know?
He posted an update in our radiology.
In 10 days? Hold on. Holy shit, is it water? Or it wouldn't be water, it'd be like the
He said it was a
Brazilian brain.
lymphoma.
I'm a
Europeans
radiology
are fucking-
resident. Wait, what did you say?
Europeans are so mad right now. They could never be seen that quick.
True. Oh my god, one of the saddest things, I think I mentioned this before on stream, it was in the Pit subreddit, and somebody had typed a comment and they were like, I know that like American medical shows, stretch a lot and they aren't always accurate, but I am curious on the Pit, is it really the case that in your emergency rooms that there's like 3 or 4 actual doctors on staff to see patients? There's no way that's real, right? And everybody's like, what do you mean? It's an emergency room, of course. Oh man. And they're like, oh, but we have one that comes from upstairs sometimes if it's really bad. Yikes.
Jesus. We have ER doctors. Hi, Anna.
Hi, what's up, buddy?
Hello. Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Didn't show for some reason. Hello, Random Lore. You've been talking about bald and shaved heads and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I shaved my head 2 times. It was, first of all, it was very fun.
Okay.
I liked it. Yeah, but also it changed so much how people interacted with me. It was so weird,
Yep.
but kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't see that many women with shaved hair, to be for real, in Ukraine. Like, it's rather rare. I would say it's more rare than colorful hair by far.
Mm-hmm.
So so that was like very strange, because when I did that, I was first of all, I was a little worried that I will have a weird head, like a weird bump or some shit, or like a fucking, I don't know, like it's kind of like triangular heads, you know. Some people have that shit. Like, so now I was worried about that,
Coneheads,
but
Yeah.
cool. That didn't happen. Skull was fine. So I had like all friends of mine that were female, you know, girls. They were all in shambles. They were like, no, don't do that. Like, it will be so, like, dudes would not like that. It will be awful, blah, blah, blah. They were like very upset. And I was like, well, who cares? I'm going to do it. So dudes love that shit. I don't know. Like, I had so many people approaching me, like way more than usual. So I was a little bit conflicted. I was expecting them to not like it because, like, you know, it's not really conservative or anything, you know, stuff. And women like attach so much of their value to their hair, especially like here, because like hair is like feminine. You don't have hair, you're not feminine, basically, right?
Yeah.
But and with the shaved head, there was like a little bit of a desire to do like makeup and wear more jewelry and stuff, I would say, because like you wanted to look at, you know, still feminine and stuff, right? But dudes love that shit. So I'm a little bit confused on that. People told me that would not happen. And another fun fact, take that as you will. All African dudes in Ukraine that are students in Kharkiv, at the time there were a lot of them because no war, all of them approached me every day.
Good to know.
I don't know if black dudes like to shave head that much, or they were just, oh, that's a funky girl. She might as well, you know? Maybe that's where was their logic.
Maybe.
You know, like she will go for this like unconventional stuff, right? So I was I don't know, I was happy with my shaved head. Also, it was so comfortable. Didn't have to do anything about it. You just like wake up and you go base.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot less maintenance. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, completely different story if you like just lose hair, obviously, you know. If you shave it because you want it, that's fun. But if you don't, then that's not fun at all, obviously. So I'm not like, you know, saying the dudes don't suffer, but like I'm just saying that was fun as a woman to do. Yeah. Plus, some dudes do look good with shaved hair.
Yeah.
For example, Hutch gets trolled, but he looks good.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you. We'll add it to our database of women with bald head experiences. All right.
Yeah, that was all I wanted. Yeah. And we exploded Russia, but that's, you know, you already saw the news. So,
Yeah. Again.
big W though. We can't take credit for the cap explosion though. It was their own fucking thing that did that.
Unfortunately.
But it also makes it funny though. Let's be real. Also, I don't know, guys, if you understand, but they immediately said that it was their own thing backfiring. Because for them, it's less humiliating if it was that way than if we did do it ourselves. So they were like immediately on the news, like, yes, it's our own like missile that shot that thing. Like it wasn't them Ukrainians, them measly Ukrainians couldn't do it. Also, I don't know if you saw that, but the Benny Johnson was losing his mind, like on some stream or something,
That
talking
guy
about
is
it.
fucking crazy. Yeah. I don't know if you. Well, I'm sure you remember because it's your life. Do you remember a few years ago? Wasn't there, am I making this up? Wasn't there a big ship that they had that was, I don't remember if it was like a
Moscow? Yeah. The ship, yeah. The flagman ship, yeah.
Yeah, and they said that they were doing like maintenance on it, and that's why it exploded or something. Do you remember this?
Yeah, that was a bullshit. Yeah. That was not true, but made so many memes. They will say that first theory was that people were smoking.
Yeah.
And something caught on fire. It was even more retarded. And we all started making memes like with people smoking, you know, this like doomer dude smoking on the ship, and like Russian ship goes down because smoking is dangerous. You know how they say it on the boxes of cigarettes and stuff like that. Risky for your health or like detrimental for your health. I don't know how you say it in English, but you have that like, you know, sign on. And people will start posting like that cigarettes are detrimental to your life because like the whole ship was blown up by that. Yeah, they made so many things that like they would rather seem like completely incompetent and like stupid, but just as long as we didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because we are inferior to them in Russian world structure, right? So they're supremacists and we are like, you know, cattle basically, right? So if it's like absolutely impossible for their people to recognize that we could do something, they would either say it wasn't us or they will say it's all NATO. So like NATO did it, or like NATO did this, did that, like, or they'll be like, of course, with all that like Western weaponry and something like that, even though the drones we used have nothing to do with Western weaponry. But you know, it's just like that, yeah. But it's fun though. They film everything. How nice of them.
Yeah. Makes it easy to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're so irresponsible because nobody trained them, because nobody prepared them that the Moscow could ever be attacked,
Hmm.
obviously, right? And they don't know at all, and they're just like idiots filming in the zoo, you know? They're like filming every single thing and put it online.
Yeah.
The last thing they could do is like use a helicopter and do this like out of air footage just to make it a little easier for us.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's just very you can really tell that nobody even tried to like actually have conversations with them or like prepare them for anything. And yeah, having those meltdowns is like a little joyful, I can't lie.
Yeah, for sure. I can imagine. Yeah.
And yeah, and
Maybe a
it's
little
good because
joyful,
like I
or
always
I'm curious because
yeah.
there's times when I get really irritated, like listening to Hassan talk about like how hard life is sometimes, and I'm like, because he gets the first bit of pushback ever, and I'm like, bro, really? I don't know. I also wonder. I guess it probably feels a little cathartic, but like if you, especially if you're living in parts of Ukraine that have been hit by how many glide bombs, how many double hits, how many
Right.
civilians have been killed, and then you hear people in Moscow who are like, I can't believe this, my city is on fire,
Yeah.
and it's like, really, bro?
That's so yeah. I mean, people don't understand that how why they think that way. Like I see that you watched the guy. I like seen a glimpse. I didn't have the time to watch the stream, but you like seeing the guy who was like reacting to it, saying like how stupid they are, that they don't understand the consequences. I don't agree with that. Like my family's in Russia. I've been in Russia my life as a kid as well, mostly, but still, I quite know them. Like I understand them. I grew up in that culture as well. My mom is Russian and stuff.
Mhm.
So it's not really that they don't that they're so unbelievably stupid that they don't understand that the war is happening or that the consequence of the war. Like I think the guy you watched said like it's a good dude. He like collects stuff for Ukraine, but he said something like that they can't comprehend that war was happening. That's not true.
Yeah,
They know that it's happening. They just don't care.
sure.
They have this like mentality that basically like even there was like this big blogger in Russia who said, "Why are you bombing Moscow? Bomb Tuapse." Like Tuapse is another city in Russia that we have been bombing because there's a big factory there. It's just to understand the logic. Imagine an American being like, "Why is this? I don't know. Why you like nobody bombs you, but try to imagine, I guess." And you'll be like, "Why are you bombing New York? Bomb Los Angeles?" It's just that's the kind of solidarity that they have. It's kind of like non-existent. Like
Hmm.
in Moscow and St. Petersburg are like the same like hyper sanctuaries of like all the valid people, and all the people outside of those two cities are basically invalid, useless, kind of like nobody cares, right? So that's why they can tolerate million plus casualties, right? That they got here. People like, how can they tolerate? Like Americans lose their minds when they're like 3 soldiers die or some shit, like right? And Russia seemingly don't care that million plus people have been injured and killed right
Yeah,
now, right?
yeah,
That's because that's not really people from Moscow or St. Petersburg. It's the people from some fucking Syktyvkar far away. Nobody cares, right? So it's kind of like that mentality. So that's why they're so shocked that it actually like not that it affected Russia, but it affected them, the people in those cities, right?
hmm,
And they'd be like, there was one girl who filmed a video. I watched it like 10 times. She was like crying and shaking and shit. And she was like, why are you dragging Moscow into the war between Russia and Ukraine?
nice.
I was like, what a queen, absolute queen. She doesn't even like in her mind. It's like, what did my Moscow do? Like, never mind that refinery sponsors 40% of their fleet flying bombing us, obviously, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's just very, very, very. It's a weird stuff. It's a weird society,
I
like
kind of wonder
weird
sometimes,
culture.
especially from like a U.S. perspective. Obviously, you can never enforce it, but like having some kind of mandatory like 1 out of 100 or 1 out of 10 citizen draft or something for every military conflict you're in. I don't like sometimes that countries can engage in war and like the average citizen has no idea. And for the U.S., it's been like that
Uh,
since at least Vietnam.
yeah,
Like even for Iraq,
Vietnam
I
was
like
our
have.
last draft, right?
Yeah, but like yeah, even for Iraq,
Yeah,
like we were in war and we saw things on TV, but it was still like pretty distant for most Americans since we don't have to fight anything on our homeland ever. Yeah, that does get a little bit annoying to me, especially when the other nation is like almost engaged in like fucking total war, right? Where like every part of your daily existence in Ukraine, especially the further east you live. But I mean, I imagine even in Kiev and stuff is like you're at war and it feels like it every day. But then for the country at war with you, like 80% of their population like doesn't really feel it at all. You know, it's very frustrating to me. Yeah.
Dude, I have so much to say, but I don't want to be like awful right now. But this is like one of the most triggering things because we were invaded and we are suffering the consequences. So the war is always here.
Mhm.
It's always on our land. Our people are conscripted. I'm not like some American loser who would be like, "Oh, conscription is slavery," you know, not that. But still, it's the conscription is happening of the people who are defending themselves, right? There is no conscription in Russia. It's payment.
Yeah.
They're doing this for very huge sums of money. By their standards, it's like the biggest money they could ever earn, unironically, right?
Mhm.
It's like absolutely unsustainable sums of money that actually hurt Russia quite a bit. But that's how they, they pay them off to do this stuff, right? And it's so unfair that most of those people live their lives and it's absolutely untouchable. Like it doesn't touch them at all, and they're the perpetrators, right? So the attitude towards war of people like that is so different. Like in America as well, people are like, I don't think that people like understand war at all. To be honest, they're like it's so detached. It's always in some sort of stun. I don't know, Afghanistan or whatever, right? It's some sort of like Vietnam or whatever the fuck it is. It's like always so like far away in some weird barbarian land on another continent. It's like people still protested, obviously, right? The war, like in Vietnam and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Not to say that people didn't do anything about it, but it's just that it's so far away and it's so kind of like distant that it doesn't really seem like real or like a real thing, really. And it's even worse in Russia because like they are doing it, for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
Other than conquest, obviously, and destruction of my nation. But yeah, it's just, it is very frustrating. Well, anyway, that was it. Being bold is kind of cool, but only if you want to. That's that's a philosophical take. Okay, bye.
Be careful. Yeah. Don't get bombed.
Bye bye.
And
Yeah,
have fun. If they win the war, I hope they do it before that Mearsheimer guy dies, because I need to hear him talk about it. Okay, wait, I am wondering about this now. Hold on. This guy posted this picture of his thing, the weird head thing.
Oh yeah.
He got a CT scan, and then a biopsy, and then surgery the next day. There's no way.
Well, he works at a hospital.
Sure, but CT. I imagine you do the CT scan.
Yeah.
Read the post. What, this? Hold on. Every single person that said read the text, if it doesn't address what I'm saying, hold on. Big bands. 1 second. 180 days. Cipher. Hef. Incinerated kids. Who else? Okay. Good luck. Hi, everyone. I'm the guy with the weird head shape. I didn't tell all the truth because actually I noticed that head shape months ago. I know. Oh, okay. You're lucky. Ooh, lucky today. Lucky today.
Oh, so he was trolling then.
And I posted it yesterday because I knew it would spark some questions. And personally, I find it frustrating you don't have answers rapidly. Oh, this guy's a king poster. I thought I had a weird head shape from years before, but I didn't expect to look this way and only discovered it while trying baldness. I'm a radiology resident. I initially said a med student because these two terms are used in my country to refer to the same thing. But since I got a lot of questions about it, I edited it. Okay. Damn. Those are crazy different things in the U.S., but okay. Well, actually, I don't know if I should say that. Like med school, med student versus you're in residency. But so as soon as I saw my head, I passed a CT scan that showed that it was basically fat, and I had a biopsy that confirmed it was only a lipoma. I chose to post lipoma. I actually got the surgery today, and I hope some of the reactions will make me laugh.